I'm Sarah Hinches, and this is a basic seated series, stretch series. I don't recommend doing this series as the first thing that you do. I do recommend some kind of warm-up, whether that's the standing series video that is available, or a walk, or some yard work, or anything that gets you moving, because sitting is not the most comfortable thing for most of us. Also, if it's uncomfortable to sit in a cross-leg position, no reason that you need to sit with your legs crossed. And another thing that you can do to help this seated position is to get a blanket, fold it up, and then sit on top of that blanket. It's going to raise the hips a little bit and make this a more comfortable position. You can also just bring the heels out a little bit more if that's more comfortable, or just straighten the legs. And we'll be doing different stretches in this seated series, so finding what feels best for you. So let's let the shoulders release down and back, nice and tall through the top of the head. Bringing the palms face up and lengthening the spine and just making a little bit of room between the ears and the shoulders. Let's take a couple deep breaths here. Letting that breath expand and open the chest, the lungs. And release and relax the shoulders down and back. Another big inhale here. As we exhale, bringing the chin down to the chest. We can turn the palms face down if we like, and then just rolling the head side to side, ear to shoulder a few times. Always nice and easy. Always finding what feels best for you. Bringing the chin back to the chest and bringing the head up. Let's take a big inhale, leaning forward, scooping up. And then exhale, letting that wash down the body. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhaling, that lean forward can be as big or as small as you'd like it to be. Exhale, let that wash down the body. 1 more time, again inhaling, scooping up, and exhaling, letting that wash down the body. Let's let that wash all the way down to the earth in front of us, hinging forward, just finding some stretch through the low back and the hips. Again, breathing here. Letting that breath sink down into the lower body. In these deep stretches, we want just a gentle tension, no pain. And then let's just walk the hands over to one side, increasing that stretch down the opposite side. Big inhale and exhale. Walking the hands back to the center and then over to the other side. Again, nice big inhale and exhale. Let that breath sink down into the lower body. And then gently walking back to the center, lifting the chest, walking back with the hands. And letting the shoulders relax down and back. Let's take the hands, lifting the sky. And then exhale, bringing the hands behind the upper back, lifting, looking up to the sky. Big inhale. Inhale, arms up. And then opening arms out, bringing the fingers to face toward us, or fists. Leaning back, bending the elbows, lifting the chest, squeezing the shoulder blades toward each other, pressing shoulders back. Inhale, let the lungs expand and open. Another big inhale. A little bend in the elbows, and exhale, coming back to the center. Bring one hand to the earth, one to sky. Inhale, that's a small or big reach to the side. Exhaling back to the center. Inhaling, reaching up and over. And Exhaling back to center. Let's do that one more time. Inhaling up and over. Exhaling back to center. One more time. And gently back to center. We're going to switch the other leg in front, and probably that's the side that you normally don't cross your legs on this side. So just letting that sink in for a moment. Again, we can be up on that blanket to make this a little bit more comfortable. You can also bring one leg open if that's better for you. When we're ready, let's inhale, scoop, leaning forward. And then exhale, letting that wash down. Again, we'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, scooping up, leaning forward. Exhale, letting that wash down. Inhale, leaning, scooping. Letting that wash down with the exhale. And that washes all the way down to the earth in front of us. Hinging forward, spreading the hands. Taking a couple deep breaths here. In through the nose, out through the nose, unless you want to exhale and let go of some extra heat. These deep, intense stretches, again, gentle tension, no pain. And then let's walk the hands over to one side, find that increasing the stretch down the opposite side. Again, big inhale and exhale. Exhale, release and relax any tension. Walking the hands back to the center, over to the other side. Again, nice big inhale and exhale. Release and relax. Gently releasing, walking back to the center, walking the hands back toward us. Again, let's inhale, lift the sky, bring the hands, fingers together on the upper back. Maybe just lift and open the chest, looking up to the sky. Big inhale. Inhale, lifting the arms. Exhaling out, bringing the fingers to face toward us or finding fists. Leaning back, bending the elbows, lifting the chest, squeezing the shoulder blades together, lifting and opening the shoulders. Let the chest expand and open with the inhale. Another big inhale here. And then a little bend in the elbows, gently coming back to the center, letting the arms relax. One hand to earth, one to sky as we inhale, reaching up and over. Exhaling back to center, again inhaling, lifting up and over. Exhaling back to center. Let's do that one more time each side. Again, gently back to center here. Let's let the shoulders relax and release down, bringing the chin down to the chest. And then just tilting the head to one side, reaching through with the opposite set of fingers, increasing that stretch from the ear through the neck, down into the shoulder. Again, nice deep inhales and exhales, in through the nose, out through the nose. One more big inhale and exhale here. Letting that arm gently relax and release, rolling the chin back to center, and then tilting the head to the other side. Again, we can reach through the fingers, increasing that stretch from the ear, through the neck, down into the shoulder. Nice big inhale and exhale. Again, continuing to breathe. And that exhale, release and relax. Inhale, expand and open. Gently letting that hand come back toward us, releasing chin back to the chest, and then looking up toward the sky. Big inhale. Bringing the head back to center, and then just turning the head side to side a couple of times. Bringing the head back to center. Let's bring both legs straight out in front of us. The knees can stay slightly bent. And just start by pointing the toes and giving them a little bit of a wiggle. And then flexing the feet. And we might just press up from behind, lengthening the spine, letting the shoulders release down, increasing that stretch from the low back down through the hamstrings, down toward the heels. Again, nice deep inhales and exhales, lengthening, releasing, relaxing. Let the quads relax, let the hamstrings lengthen. Now as we breathe, we might just stay like this, or we can walk the hands closer and start to hinge the upper body. So we want to keep the spine nice and long. That's going to increase the stretch through the hamstrings. Again, we can stop at any point where we're comfortable and continue to breathe here. Or we might move the hands by the sides of the legs, again lengthening the spine. We might move the hands underneath the legs, again lengthening the spine, breathing here. Continuing to breathe here. When you get to the point where you know you're not going to hinge forward anymore, then we can just let that upper body release and relax, the spine curve, the head come down toward the legs. So again, continuing to breathe here. Maybe you have more flexibility and you want to bring the hands down to the feet. There's nothing magical about reaching the feet, meeting each stretch where we are today. Again, maybe the hands are just by the sides of the legs, or maybe we're still here continuing to hinge and lengthen. Wherever we are, let's take about 3 more deep breaths here. Letting that breath expand through the upper back, the lower back. Opening the lungs, opening the rib cage. One more nice big inhale and exhale here. And then gently releasing that stretch, bringing the upper body back up to center. Let's bend both legs, bringing the heels and ankles together over to one side. Lengthening nice and tall through the spine and starting to lean toward the feet. So just pressing off of the hand toward the feet. Staying long through the spine, tilting the head toward that side. And we can stay just like this, finding that stretch down the side. Or we can lift that arm and bring the fingers to that ridge right above the ear and just lean over, increasing that stretch down the side of the body into the tricep. Again, nice big inhales and exhales. These are all deep stretches, lengthening and breathing, releasing and relaxing. One more big inhale and exhale here. And letting that exhale gently release and come back to the center. We're just going to lean to the side, coming down to the elbow, and finding that top leg, reaching the hand to the top of the foot, And then pressing the hip forward and the knee toward the short end of the mat. We're lengthening through the hamstrings, through the quadricep and the hip flexors. So when we were seated and leaning forward, we were stretching the back of the leg. Now we're in the front of the leg. Again, continuing to breathe here. Letting that breath expand into the rib cage, the lower body. One more big inhale. And then exhale, gently releasing, straightening that leg that we were just bending, bringing that leg out to the side. The other leg is bent in. Just sitting nice and tall in the center here. Letting the hands relax in front, maybe slightly hinging forward. Bringing that stretch, inner thighs and the hamstrings so we get to the back of the leg. Maybe hinging further forward if that's comfortable. You might find that the hinge on the single leg here is easier than when we have both legs out in front of us. Again, letting that breath expand down into the rib cage in all directions. Another big inhale here. And then exhaling and gently releasing, coming back to the center, letting the shoulders relax down. We're going to open that arm into our long leg, kind of press away so we're twisting a little bit. The other hand can come to the shoulder and it can stay here, or we can open that wingspan. And again, we want to keep lengthening and twisting away from the leg, maybe opening that arm further behind us, and nice deep inhales and exhales here. We're holding all of these stretches for pretty much the minimum 3 nice deep inhales and exhales with each pose. Again, that breath opening and expanding. And then gently releasing, letting that arm slide back up the leg. Switching both feet over to the other side for those same stretches here. So again, the feet can be together, the heels can be together, one foot can slide a little lower. Again, shoulders relaxing down, and just starting to press that hand, leaning toward the feet. We can call this the mermaid. So again, we might just stay here and continue to press and lean, letting the head come with us. Or we can lift that arm, bringing the hand to that ridge just above the ear on the skull. And again, just continuing that lean toward the feet, increasing that stretch through the side up to the elbow. Nice deep inhales and exhales. Gently releasing the hand, releasing the arm, coming back to the center. And we'll lean to the side, coming down to the elbow, lifting that top leg, bringing the hand down to the top of the foot, pressing the hip forward and the knee out the short end of the mat, letting the upper body relax. Again, stretching through the front of the leg, the hip flexors, the quadriceps, pressing the hip forward, the knee down to that short end of our mat, and continuing to breathe here. In through the nose, out through the nose, finding that gentle tension, no pain. In yoga, as in life, we like to say, if it feels good, do it. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. Let's take one more deep inhale and exhale here. And gently releasing, pressing back up to the center. That leg becomes the long leg out to the side, bending the other knee in. And again, just letting that sink down to the center. Both sits bones on the floor, shoulders relaxed. Sitting nice and tall. And then again, if we like, a slight hinge forward, hands can come to the floor in front of us. Or we can continue that hinge, lengthening the spine, tailbone out through the top of the head. Finding that inner thigh stretch and back into the back of the leg again, the hamstrings down to the heel. Continuing to let that breath sink down and expand the rib cage in all directions. On the next exhale, gently releasing, coming back to the center. Again, relaxing shoulders down. We're going to open that arm into our long leg. And again, that little rotation, pressing into the leg and opening the chest. Staying here or bringing the hand to the shoulder. And again, we can stay just like that. Or we can open that wingspan. We can continue to press open. Inhaling. Finding that little bit of rotation, that big wingspan if we choose that option. Letting that breath expand and open down into the rib cage, into the lower body. And then gently coming back to the center, letting that arm relax, releasing down. Coming to center, opening both legs for a couple more stretches here. Again, maybe pressing from behind, lifting and opening. Like we did with that seated forward fold. We can stay here, pressing up from behind, lengthening the spine, let the shoulders relax down, give the toes a little wiggle. The feet can just be relaxed, or we can flex, or we can point. And what we do with the feet is going to change how that stretch feels, so make any adjustments that you would like. And like we did with that seated forward fold, we might just bring the hands to the front. And again, we want to continue to lengthen the spine, let the shoulders relax down and back. We can continue to hinge forward. And we just want to keep on breathing, lengthening, releasing, relaxing. Again, when we stretch, we can hold these stretches for even longer than we are here, letting our body give up that little resistance and let us sink deeper into that stretch. Again, we can keep the spine long and continue to release and relax. But if and when we get to that point where we know we're not going to hinge any further forward, we can let the spine curve, we can let that release and relax. Maybe the elbows come down to the floor, maybe not. You can let the chin come down. Taking a few more deep breaths here. Again, maybe wiggling the toes or changing the foot position. When we're ready, gently releasing, lifting the chest, walking the hands back toward us, and shaking the legs out a little bit. And for the last stretch, we'll bring the feet together into butterfly. letting the knees open out to the sides. Again, shoulders relaxing down and back. We can bring the hands to the feet. And again, we want to just lengthen the spine. Let those knees open, release, and relax. We might stay nice and tall here. Or again, we can change that to a little hinge forward. Lengthening from the tailbone to the top of the head. If we're hinging forward and that's comfortable, the elbows can come to the inner thighs, and we can gently press the elbows down into the inner thighs as the chest lowers toward the feet, increasing that stretch. Inner thigh stretch. We're going to find some of that stretch in the hips and the glutes as well, into the low back. Again, nice deep inhales and exhales here. Another nice little bonus is you can kind of just massage the arches here, sliding the thumb from the heel up to the ball of the foot. Again, that's just an option. You can bring that to the inner arch, or you can bring that to the sides of the ankles. Another big inhale. And then just gently releasing, relaxing, coming back to center. Sitting however you're comfortable. Let the shoulders release down. Maybe just tilting the head side to side. And one more stretch here. Spine nice and long. Inhale. And then bringing one arm to the outside of the thigh, letting that shoulder relax, lengthening the spine. And a simple little spinal twist. Big inhale and exhale. Gently back to the center, turning to the other side. Again, arm outside the thigh, other shoulder comes behind us. Lifting, lengthening, looking over the shoulder. Nice big inhale and exhale. And gently releasing, coming back to the center. Big inhale in. Exhale, pressing out through the palms. Inhale, lifting the sky with the wrists. Exhale, diving the fingers down. And taking one more big inhale in. Bringing the hands together and down to heart center. So again, this stretch series can be done after any kind of warm-up, after the standing series. And I'll be adding a video to continue on down onto the floor, onto our backs for more stretches and for some nice relaxation. So again, continue to breathe, and thank you for stretching with me today.